What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another video here on Very Cold Lasagna. And for today, I got a Smackdown review for August 27th, 2021. And man, I had so much high interest for this episode, and it just felt like another Smackdown. It really did. Honestly, I don't know why I had such high interest. Because I guess it was because Brock Lesnar came back last week and confronted Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman, and I thought we were going to get a follow-up, but we didn't. We did not. Brock Lesnar wasn't there. He didn't show up. We'll get into it when we get further into this review. And of course, we got the return of the stale, cringe, repetitive man gimmick of Becky Lynch tonight on SmackDown. But there is a positive. Baron Corbin apparently seemed to have his luck turn around after being down on his luck and being a sad piece of shit for the last month or so. But yeah, overall not an exciting show. Pretty boring show overall tonight. But there were at least one good thing. There was one good thing. That is Baron Corbin. So let's take a look at this SmackDown and see what I have to say about it. So the show starts off with Becky Lynch. She opens the show. We got a recap of her squashing Bianca. I went into detail of how this was one of the stupidest things that WWE did all year, probably in the last couple of years. But you get the point. But yeah, so she opens the show. She made her first appearance on WWE Weekly TV since last year in May, where she announced her pregnancy and she had her kid. Now she's back, and apparently she's still a babyface, but they teased her heel turn, and she said something like, and I quote, "If you thought I was bad before when I was just fighting for myself, you have no idea how deadly I'm about to be." She was teasing an apology, but she was like, "I'm not apologizing for anybody." And I don't know. Becky Lynch, every time she speaks, it's still pretty, it's like, there's no difference. Her acting, her promos, it's like, I'm the man, I'm going to kick some ass, I'm going to prove why I have great matches and whatnot. It's the same. It is literally the same. She's just like Sasha Banks, Charlotte, Bayley, I don't know, I guess, whether they're face or heel, they're all the same. They're literally all the same. Bianca Belair came out, and I don't know why she was still dancing. This was literally one of the worst things that happened tonight. Actually, probably the worst thing that happened tonight was Bianca Belair now coming out all pissed off. You know, she's just literally still doing her normal thing, like dancing around, like, wee! I'm twirling my hair back and forth. I'm twirling my hair back and forth. I'm twirling my hair back and forth. She's literally doing that. She was literally twirling her hair back and forth. And I don't really mind her doing that on a normal night, but she just lost the SmackDown Women's Championship. They already booked her to lose that title in a Kofi Kingston kind of manner, you know, in a Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 28 kind of manner. How is she not coming out all, like, at least somewhat pissed off at the fact that she just lost their title in a squash type manner? Now, she talked about, like, she's not making excuses or whatnot, but, like, goddamn, how can I take her seriously? How can I take the EST seriously when she's still dancing around for the people? Like, can we at least get her a little pissed off? Like, it's not going to make her a heel or anything. Like, give her an edge. Give her a little bit of edge. She just lost the damn title. So, anyway, Liv Morgan, Zelina Vega, Carmella all come out. I don't know why all of them had to come out, especially Zelina Vega and Carmella, who have been losing for the majority of the last 2 months. It doesn't make any sense. Like, what did they do to deserve a title opportunity? Because that's what they all came out for, a title opportunity. Especially Zelina Vega and Carmella. What exactly did they do to get a title opportunity? Carmella lost all her title opportunities that she got. Zelina Vega has done nothing to get one because she's lost all her matches since she came back to WWE. And, well, Liv Morgan pretty much has to work her way back up. because she lost a major match in Money in the Bank. So, them coming out made no sense. I guess, I don't know, it was just a stupid way to set up the following up match, which is a fatal 4-way to determine Becky Lynch's #1 contender. But Bianca was like, no, I want to challenge you tonight because that's what you did to me at SummerSlam. And Becky Lynch is like, nah. In her best My Little Pony Applejack manner. She's like, nah. And then she left. So we get the fatal 4-way match. I didn't watch this at all, and I didn't really care for it, to be honest with you, because I was watching the San Francisco Giants take on the Atlanta Braves. I don't know what the score is now because obviously I'm doing this. Bianca Belair won with the KOD. So, yeah, she's the #1 contender. They're probably going to face off at Extreme Rules, her and Becky Lynch. So, yeah, that's that. Backstage, Paul Heyman is being interviewed by Kayla Braxton, and he's trying to go into the locker room of Roman Reigns. He's trying to go into the office of our tribal chief, but he's locked out. He is locked out of Roman Reigns' office. So, later on in the show, the Usos come out, and they're questioning Paul Heyman. It's like, oh, why didn't you make us go backstage? Like, did you know Brock Lesnar was going to be there? And Paul Heyman's like, no, I didn't. And why would I break up the bloodline for Brock Lesnar after all this time that we had together? This is some interesting stuff. This was some interesting things to consider. It's like, is Paul Heyman going to eventually turn on the bloodline? Like, is he still, or is he just playing his cards right? Is he trying to be that de facto, I don't know, setup guy for, I don't know, like the bloodline? Like, make Brock Lesnar think that he's going to turn on them, but he's instead going to turn on Lesnar or whatnot. Or, again, like I said before, just moments ago, is it going to be like a CM Punk, Paul Heyman kind of thing, where Paul Heyman's denying that Brock Lesnar came back because of Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman called him to get Punk. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But they're going to have their family celebration later tonight. Roman Reigns came later in the show, and Paul Heyman was like getting scared that Roman Reigns might do something. But Roman Reigns was all chill. He was like, are you going to come in my office or what? And Paul Heyman came in. So we'll talk about that later in the show. Later in this review. So meanwhile, throughout the show, Cesaro got his ass whipped by Alpha Academy, Chad Gable, and Otis. Nobody cares. So then we get to perhaps the best segment of the night. Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin came out all happy and smiles. Now he's called Happy Corbin. He came out in the parking lot, with a new car. Like, nobody knew why he was in a new car. Kayla Braxton, was interviewing him, and he was just like, Kayla, I just got lucky and whatnot. And he's going to go out and celebrate. The ring was full of, champagne, a red robe, red ring canvas. He was ready to celebrate. And then they showed a vignette, which keep in mind, that was good. That was good stuff. Because these clips were on social media, but nope, not everyone pays attention to these wrestlers' social medias or WWE social media. So they put a compilation of Baron Corbin in Las Vegas, him finally turning a corner, him getting some luck in Las Vegas, going to the casino and getting a shit ton of money and getting all these bitches and getting a premium suite in a hotel and getting a Lamborghini in Vegas. And he even got a haircut. He even got a haircut in a new suit and, again, the new car. So it was some good stuff. It was really good stuff to get Baron Corbin back on his feet. And yeah, sure, I'll miss sad sack of shit Baron Corbin, but I'll get to my thoughts on what they're doing with this Happy Corbin gimmick, what they could be doing. But after that, he credited all his luck, his new success, to himself, obviously, because that's what heels do. they credit all the success to himself. He was about to lose his bank account. He already lost his wife. Now he's back on his feet. And then he calls Big E out to the ring, and he wants to buy the Money in the Bank briefcase. He even gives them offers of $25,000, $50,000, $100,000, and Big E is like, no, I don't want to buy it. So apparently, Baron Corbin is like, okay, I see you don't want to accept my offer, and he just leaves the ring. He peacefully leaves the ring, too happy to, get an ass kicking from Big E, or even give Big E an ass kicking. So he just leaves the ring, and Big E standing there celebrating with the fans. So not a bad way to introduce Baron Corbin's part 2 of his new gimmick. So I know some people were complaining about why is Baron Corbin already in the happy phase? This music is cringe. Guys, relax. I'm not trying to defend WWE because they still do some stupid shit. But I will say that luck is always a two-sided card. It can be good and it can be bad. So Baron Corbin's on the good side of luck right now. Eventually, it'll get on the bad side. It will. So just you wait. Just wait. Give it a month or two. And eventually, WWE will write this story out. Baron Corbin will probably be back to his bum ass self once again. Hard times might fall back down. If it doesn't after a month or two, then yeah, we can properly criticize WWE for prolonging this Happy Corbin thing for too long. Maybe there's a bigger thing in the works for this Baron Corbin storyline, going from sad piece of shit Corbin, nearly losing everything, from happy Corbin, getting his life back on track, then going back to bum ass piece of shit Corbin. Then maybe you can maybe this is a big reach here. This is a big hot take. He wins the Royal Rumble and gets a world title opportunity at WrestleMania. Maybe. That's where they can go with this. I know, it's a big reach, a big hot take. But maybe that's what they're doing here. Baron Corbin, down on his luck, then gets lucky. But he gets unlucky and tries to find a way to get that luck back by winning the Royal Rumble and going to WrestleMania to try to become world champion. I don't know. It's just my thought process. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this happy gimmick goes. I think WWE needs to continue to try to make it relevant now that Corbin somehow has his luck back. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. So then, we get Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs going up against Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. I did not care for this match at all because this match just after Baron Corbin had his segment, they went on for way too long. They should have been over when it started. After they had a commercial break in between them. So Boogs and Nakamura won. I didn't care. Again, I was watching the Giants game, and honestly, it's way too hot here right now. It is way too hot here in the Bay Area, and I was nearly falling asleep through the show because it was so damn hot. So anyway, there are some other things that happened on this show. Backstage, Naomi returned to SmackDown. I don't know how she was acquired to go back to SmackDown. Did they trade someone to Raw or whatnot? So Naomi came back, and just like everyone else, nobody cared. Just like Sonya Deville, nobody cared. And preceding the next match, Rey Mysterio told his son Dominic that it was time for him, Rey Mysterio, to step back and let Dominic fly out on his own. Let him be. So Dominic was, a little disappointed by this, but he understood what Rey was trying to do. So Sami Zayn came back to be Dominic's mystery opponent. Dominic lost the match. He would go on to lose this match. And afterwards, Dominic was frustrated. He walked off from Rey Mysterio as Rey was trying to give him some advice. So that was that. So then before we get into that, before we get to the championship celebration, Edge and Seth Rollins cut some promos earlier in the show. Edge was ready to move on to become Universal Champion, but Seth Rollins cut a promo like immediately after, and he was gonna try to be like Edge. Like I said in the SummerSlam review, this feud is not over quite yet. This feud is quite not over yet. I know some people won't like that fact, but probably one more match will do. So there's that. So then we have the championship celebration between the Bloodline, the Usos, Roman Reigns, and Paul Heyman. So they immediately come out, and I honestly thought, like, how are they going to do this celebration when there's literally, like, only 10 minutes into the show? Like, not even 10 minutes, less than 8 minutes, when they had so many matches, like filler and whatnot. So Paul Heyman comes out, introduces Roman Reigns as the head of the table, the Usos as the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and Paul Heyman was ready to speak some more, but then here comes not Brock Lesnar. Here comes Finn Balor. Yeah, Finn Balor, after he was ousted by Baron Corbin and John Cena. So Finn Balor comes out, and he was mad that John Cena screwed him of his opportunity, and Brock Lesnar is back, and now Edge is gunning for the Universal Championship, and he is here to challenge Roman Reigns for a Universal Championship match next week on SmackDown. But before Reigns was gonna answer him, Finn Balor attacked him, and the Usos attacked Finn Balor, making it a 3-on-1, and then here comes the Street Jobbers, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, to even the odds. They attacked the Bloodline, and I think it was like Jimmy Uso that got laid out by Finn Balor with the tantrum stomp to end the show. So overall, yeah, pretty boring show, and I don't know, I'm not really that mad with Finn Balor being the pseudo opponent for Roman Reigns. I mean, yeah, I would have liked to see a follow-up for Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, that ending to SummerSlam. Like, I would have liked to see, Brock Lesnar cut a promo via satellite, explain some things. But I guess WWE is holding it off till a couple more weeks. And yeah, I know some people are going to be impatient about that fact. And, they teased it with, Paul Heyman being uneasy, Roman Reigns, like, being upset at Paul, might be potentially being upset with Paul about that fact. But, yeah, none of that here. It is all fine and dandy for now. But, again, we'll see in a couple weeks. And I think Finn Balor is just a filler opponent. He's just a filler opponent for Reigns until Extreme Rules. And they'll have their match and whatnot. And that'll be it. That'll be it. And then Roman Reigns can focus on Brock Lesnar. Hopefully not at Crown Jewel, but at Survivor Series. They gotta build that match. But then again, who's gonna face Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel? Will it be Finn Balor again? I don't know. Maybe this will be a two pay-per-view feud, so they can slowly, like I said before, slowly build this feud between Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. I don't know. We'll see. But I think the thing that's clear is the Usos are gonna face the Street Jobbers at Extreme Rules. That's their new feud. So I guess that's the Usos' only competition now. So overall, yeah, pretty boring show. It was too hot to literally give a shit about this show. But I will say again, Baron Corbin, his newfound luck. The best thing about this show, I know the smarks, the hardcore fans are literally shitting on this gimmick as we speak. It's like what the fuck? What am I watching it here? Like, he shouldn't be happy. We like bum ass Corbin, but all I can say is, like, bum ass Corbin will be back. Give it like a few more weeks. Again, luck is a two-sided card. There's good and bad luck. Baron Corbin will, WWE will write in the bad luck portion coming back. And I know people are like, we want it now. We want it now. But, we'll we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. That is it for your SmackDown review. I am DylanLasagna of Very Cold Lasagna. Make sure to keep the lasagna very cold in the fridge with your takes on the world of WWE, AEW, the NFL, and the wide world of pro wrestling and sports in general. Freezing cold and opinionated, as always. And, well, we'll see what happens next week. I'm probably going to tune out next week, like I always do now with pro wrestling. But, you know, it's the cringe, the stale-ass repetitive man, Becky Lynch, they're back. And, well, Roman Reigns is out of challengers. And until Brock Lesnar makes his official return to SmackDown. And, oh yeah, Pat McAfee was not on tonight because he has COVID. I hope he recovers from it. And, well, Baron Corbin is back on the luck train. So that's all I got for you on this SmackDown review. Until next time, peace out.